So we're living in this cabin, and I asked her if I could try to find her a babysitter. So at the crematorium, I asked one of the guys there if he knew anybody that could possibly help us with this situation. He said, yes, we have a son. He's watched by this person, such and such. And so I said, okay, the phone number. So we were having a Sunday dinner, and went into a Pizza Hut. And I tried to phone this girl that is a babysitter. Sandy was in Manfred in the parking lot. So she comes into the Pizza Hut, grabs the phone out of my hand, and says to the babysitter, I don't know why Barry doesn't want me to speak to you. This is something that we had I never spoke to before. And we got into an argument, and she says, take me home right now. And I said, I'm not taking you home right now. I'm not going to. I didn't raise my voice. I just said just like that. She said, if you don't take me home right now, I'm phoning the highway patrol. But you're like a more elite, more stronger former policeman than the highway patrol. It's not people that deal with more serious problems. She said, I'm phoning the highway patrol. I said, go ahead, phone them. I'm not taking you home. I'm not going to move from here. No, just said it like that. And so she did. She phoned them. And when they got there, she went on and on about all of her favorites, from the Arab Spy to Charlie Manson to everything she could think of. And they ended up saying things like, well, ma'am, he hasn't done anything wrong. Can you just go home? Can you just go home? No, I'm not going home. He has to give me the keys or else I won't go home. I want to keep them. So I'm not going to give the keys. They're ready to lock me out. They suggested that she go to the Women's Abuse Center as a last resort. This is all over trying to get her a babysitter. So she said, all right, I'll go to the Women's Abuse Center. So she took off. She just got in the police car and left. So I went to work the next day, came home, and everything in the house that I owned, which were some quite expensive things for Daytona things, quite a few musical instruments. One very, very good violin that was assessed at over 2,000 pounds. Many things like that, including my vehicle, was all smashed to bits. The engine of the vehicle was carburetor. All the bits in there were hit with a hammer and smashed. The violin was broken to bits. Many things were smashed. All my clothes and bedding were split in a pile and thrown into a big tip. The boy, from what I found out later, put bug poison all over my bed, all into the sheets and all the mattress. Everything was completely destroyed in the house when I got home. So what I did immediately, I rushed out and I went to a place that was like Harrods in Miami and bought her a very nice dress. That's my first reaction. And then I bumped into her in coming home from some grocery shop. I trailed her. She didn't see me. I was trailing her. And then I found out this Women's Abuse Center where she was staying. So here I was armed with a dress in the bushes, peeking into the window, trying to see if I could see where she was. Because I was going to give her this as a present. And she was telling, I remember hearing her saying to this other person, another abused woman, and she was saying, I'm going to plant a gun. And the old thing she was going on about for the way for 5 years, she was saying that just a couple of these stories about how evil. So I went around the front door. This is after I heard this conversation, and I knocked on the door. It said, is Sandy in there? And I could see through the chain, because it was like chain mail. I could see everybody rushing, going for battle stations. And I could see them also phoning the police. Sandy phone, somebody was phoning. The police came. I didn't know why they were coming. I thought I still wanted to screw the dress. It was a very nice dress. So the police, every once in a while you find police in Florida that are very, very bad. Very, they're not doing their job at all. In fact, I've had situations where the police have stopped us while we were handcuffed, this is a different story now, they would burn frogs with their cigarette butts, burn frogs while they were waiting and it was taken away, things like that. That's sort of the beliefs that are ran frogs at this point. And they were making a big joke out of me standing there with a dress. Now, here we found this one with a dress, trying to try on a dress at this women's abuse center. Things like that. They were going on. It was a big laugh. Everybody was laughing. Brought us into the police station. There was another big laugh there too. So shortly after that, when I got out of jail, I met Sandy again, and she said, "Look, take back the dress, get the money back for it. I need it for rent." And so I did do that. I took it back, got the money for the rent, and got back together with her. It was like I almost didn't have any reaction whatsoever to any bad things she would do at this point. No, did you notice that? All these things that I was supposed to get really upset with, forgot to get upset completely.